What is up, guys? My name is PhaseOne. I'm going to be taking you through one of the bass patches from my song Ultima. It's on my album Transcendency on Disciple. And hang around because you'll be able to get that patch for free download after the video.
I cannot believe you just went there. Sweet.
In case you haven't heard the song, it goes a little something like this. So the sound I'm going to be taking you through today is this one in particular. This is what it sounds like by itself. And let's go into Serum and just start from scratch again. Let's get rid of all this. Get rid of that. Oh, let's get rid of all the post-processing as well. All right, so by itself, it's pretty dull. Wait, and need to get rid of that too. So it sounds pretty basic. So basically, it's kind of just like, it's almost like the sine wave, as you can see, sort of wavetable. And it's only just kind of, only just automating the wavetable position just to get like a little bit of movement in there. Which one? We're using LFO 2. And basically the LFO is, you can see it's not on grid at all. It's quite like it's a bit of a delayed, bit of a delayed transient happening there. That was done intentionally because I wanted to have a bit more of a groove to the sound. And you can see that the level on the oscillator is up as well. So it's kind of like a constant drone of this oscillator. And then you also get the transient of the sound happening as well, from the wavetable and also from other factors such as the filter. So you can see here, it's basically cutting off the sound, the filter is, and it's only letting it through when the LFO is kicking it into place. Let's go in and have a look at the effects. I was using all the normal ones: dimension expander, distortion, flanger, phaser. They're not doing anything too crazy. And some compression, reverb, EQ. Don't need to use that actually. So now you can hear the sound starting to get that kind of signature sound that you hear there. The EQ is doing this very similar thing where it's only letting through the high frequencies at the very peak of this transient from the LFO shape. The filter is where it gets its kind of metallic-y sort of sound. Let me put the post-processing on just so you can hear it better. Because with the post-processing, this is where most of the sound's attributes come from. You can hear that it's lots of saturator and OTT on this. Yeah, the signal chain basically has a corpus at the front, which almost acts like, you can almost say it almost acts like another an oscillator kind of. It gives the sound a bit of tonal presence. I've got it on tube mode and I've tuned it to the song. The song's in E, so I've tuned it at a low frequency to the E, so that it just adds a bit of tonal presence to the sound. Then I've got 3 OTTs all maxed at 100%. 3 is the magic number. Then there's a gate cutting off the sound just so you don't get all the tail reverbs and stuff. And then there's a saturator kind of cranked. I generally kind of crank it between 10 and 15 dB depending on the sound. That's a pretty normal sort of bass post-processing for me. That's the standard sort of stuff. So yeah, you can hear that sound really coming out and getting those high ends really coming out through there. Oh, this is a bounce to audio. Yeah, and then what's this one? Oh, it's a different version which I'd never used. Anyway, yeah, so let's go back in here. Added some macros on there so you can change the wavetable position. So the first part of the song, it sounds like this. And then for like the B section of the drop, I move it up a bit. So you get that different sound from the wavetable. You can see it kind of moves up the wavetable a bit when you put the... You could also do it from here if you wanted to, but I've got the macro set up. I like the sound because it has that drone, the sub and the oscillator. They've got the volume up already, so there's this drone. We're gonna give you this patch in the link below. You can download it for free, but just make sure you add like lots of OTT and stuff to it, because otherwise it will just sound like this. It's not that interesting, but yeah, add that to it, and it will sound nice and funky. You can mess around with like the LFO and stuff like that. But yeah, another thing I like to do a lot is once I'm happy with the sound, my bass sound, I then bounce it to audio. As you can see here, it's way more visual. As you can see, like it gives you like a really good visual representation of the sound. You can see the constant drone, and then these delayed transients from the sound. Not only is it visual, but like it also gives you the opportunity to mess with the audio afterwards. Like I tend to stretch sounds a lot and like resample things. So for example, like this is something I've been doing a lot lately, is stretching the sound a lot, so you can get these little kind of sounds. I've been using texture mode a lot, so you can get these kind of... You can make sounds, make yourself sound like sudden death by putting it on texture mode and messing with the grain size. That's another cool thing to check out. Just reminding you, this patch is in the link below. You can download it for free. My name is PhaseOne. Thank you for watching. If you haven't checked out my new LP, Transcendency, on Disciple, you should check it out. And until next time, appreciate it.
Like, comment, subscribe to Disciple YouTube channel, youtube.com/DiscipleRex. Yes. I know that. I signed the contract.